Alright, testing to see if the audio's working. Okay, cool. The audio is working. Hello, everyone. Gonna be playing some Alpha today. I haven't decided what I want to do first yet. I don't know if I want to check out the hero talents. I spent most of the morning making most of the classes on everything I usually play, like Frost EK, Industrial Law, Feral, Balance. I've already made most of the characters. The only classes I haven't made was Mage, Paladin, Shaman, and Demon Hunter. I couldn't. Setting up all my characters just getting too much. So I just took a little bit of a break. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to check out the hero towns first or if I want to check out some of the questing first. Alright, 1 second. Just gotta see what level it is. Level 1 is having issues with his bars. And then I'll go ahead and... guess we'll start at the quests.
What brings you here?
Yeah, Alicia, I got the invitation.
Go in peace. Peace, friend.
So, I think I'm going to try some of the quests first, and then I'll check out some of the hero talents. And that's probably what I'll do. I'm not really sure how you do delves yet, because I haven't done anything. So I was gonna try those because I don't know if Greyflex is in chat yet, but he wanted to see delves. So I don't know how far I have to get to that yet. Oh, you have to do this, okay. So I want to at least try to get to delves if possible. They allow us to use all the hero talents, but if you unlock it all early, you get it like a lower damage and healing because it would completely overpower the content.
Let honor guide the path.
A long road lies before us.
Yeah, I made a Boomkin video this morning, kind of giving my first reactions to the Boomkin talent tree. I haven't tried anything else yet. I set up my normal talents on everything else, but I haven't set up hero talents for any other class right now. I also want to try Ferals at some point. But I want to see if I can get to Dells. And then after that, then I'll try and try out all the hero talents that I haven't tried yet. At least we can actually fly in the zone right off the bat, so that's nice. Well, I guess the 20% damage healing buff is removed now for some reason. Because I had it when I got all the hero talents, so I guess that's why I'm hitting a lot harder than before. I don't know if it's because I logged out and I got rid of it. Not that I was trying to do that, but I didn't even notice that it was gone. I don't have the debuff anymore. Killing things so fast with these hero talents is actually kind of crazy. Poor Levelden's having problems with his characters. I feel bad for him. Anyways, there probably won't be any retail battle rounds today. I'm probably going to spend most of the stream on Alpha. Especially with the Season 4 is going to be starting next week. And I know I'm going to be putting a lot of time into that because I got to gear up all my characters.
Baladash, Malanon. Thank you, champion. I got the wool pulled over my eyes. Literally.
Looks like there's a rare right there.
Glory to the Sindori.
That's the thing with Alpha, you can expect everything to break, because that's why hopefully they'll fix stuff when it comes out. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't had the same problem as him. I've made so many characters, I'll probably have that bug at some point, but... That's the question. I literally just started.
Together, we are strong.
What would you ask for better of the sea?
You get to see warband stuff, right? Yeah. Have you seen the loading screen yet, or not?
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance.
Wait, I just realized. I think, yeah, what the heck, one of my keybinds is gone. Real-time cutscene. The Storm Riders arrive. Queen's Guard begins to call another storm to the beach. Magnetized allies brace themselves for one final stand. Suddenly, Storm Riders appear and attack Xerix. Xerix and Nubarans burrow away, retreating. Belgrim is astonished to see Magni and begins to interrogate him in his presence here. There's a massive explosion in the distance. I always love beta cutscenes because it's so funny seeing them seeing that kind of thing. Alright. Let me fix my... Yeah, alpha cutscenes and beta cutscenes are always so funny because you can, you get funny cutscenes like that. Is this better than... No, this is weaker than the gear I have. Interesting. There you go. I thought the gear they gave us is actually lower, but I guess not. I guess I could have just done dragon flying and done it that way. Also, it's really funny seeing the map in alpha as well. You literally actually can't even see anything. Hey, Amos, how's it going? Finally catch a stream on it, and it's alpha tomorrow. Don't know if I should watch. Usually played out info so it's fresh on launch. Yeah, it's up to you, JFK. I completely understand if you want to skip this one because you want to, you know, not spoil the shelf. That's fine too. It's perfectly understandable. I heavily debated on whether doing the questing early or not because I didn't want to, like, I have so many tunes I'm gonna have to level eventually, but I'm doing it because Grey Fox wants to see delves, so I'm gonna try to find delves. I don't know how far I have to get. Oh yeah, I have to take this thing. I wasn't paying attention. I'm good. You know, I'm doing pretty good. As soon as I find delves and try it out, I'll be trying out the hero talents on the other classes. Leveled and said he wants to try some duels, so we might try that too at some point. Although he's probably going to beat me a million times because there's no way I'm going to beat a Ret Paladin without a PvP trinket. So, and if I remember right, me and Levelden dueled last time on Alpha or Beta, whatever it was, and he destroyed me because I had no trinket. So, it's going to probably be the exact same situation. Another animated real-time cutscene. It's all good. I'm starting to grow out of the game, and I enjoy the streams. It's just what it is. I'm just teasing. Yeah, it's understandable. What is this? Oh, hey, Levelden. What is what? You're on too. What do you mean? I'm trying to get to Delves. What the heck is Council? Oh, it's Reputation. Just tune in and we get the Star Wars credits rolling. You know, that's a pretty accurate description. Yeah, every time there's a alpha or beta, if you get a cutscene, you basically get that. I've seen it a few times in past betas. It's actually pretty fun. That is a pretty accurate description, though. Hey, Quantus, how's it going? I have mixed feelings on dynamic flying on Druid form because on one hand it was really nice to be able to escape in like world PvP, but and use like dragon riding on a different mount. So I'm not sure how to feel about this yet. Where's the last one? It's gotta be somewhere around here. I think it's around here. Oh, here it is. Doing pretty good. Just questing to get to Delves, and then I'm gonna check out the rest of the hero talents. I don't know how far I have to get in the question, so I'm just kind of winging it. I imagine it's probably gonna be like either halfway or towards the end at some point. Alright, that's fine, Levelden. Oh, I gotta speak to somebody in here. I don't remember what the timeline said. I mean, we're only just now in alpha. I will say, I'm kind of excited for the beta this testing around because a lot more people are probably going to be in beta, which means we actually might get more PvP testing. Because whoever pre-orders the expansion will be able to get beta. Well, at least a certain version, not like the normal version, but... Yeah, I think September's probably a pretty good spot-on prediction. Bro, I got the flight path. Why is it not registering? Oh, there it is. It's still green. Ah, well, whatever.
The answers are here. I'm not about to leave the Isle of Dorn unexplored. I have a reputation to uphold.
There's a trading post here, too. I think this is the main city, then. That's gotta be the main city if there's a trading post here. Wonder where it is. It's gotta be, like, down below, right? Yeah, there is a trading post here.
Take a look around. Now don't you be gone too long.
So my guess is this is going to be like the main city, the expansion. I don't know if that's right, but the fact that there's a trading post here. Hey, Blockman. War Within. Yeah, playing War Within today. I think we gotta go in here. That's the main city of the expansion. I didn't know if this was the main city or not. I was kind of winging it, and it definitely makes the most sense. Especially with the fact that they made a trading post here. Is it good? Well, I mean, I just started it. So, I mean, a lot of my interest is going to be PvP related, which we can't test yet because battlegrounds obviously don't work. There's you can only go to level 73 at the moment. And there's just, like I said, not enough people to, like, duel and stuff, so it's kind of, like, all PvE stuff right now. Could you show the maps? You could look, but there's no point, so... See? This is the map. It's not completed yet. So, you can, you can see it, that this is the map. I assume these are the 4 zones, like, this is Zone 1... This is Zone 2. This is Zone 3. I don't know if this is the order or not. I'm just kind of like winging it. And this looks like to be Zone 4. Maps are busted. Yeah, they are. They certainly are. Where the heck do I go from here? Oh, I got over here. Dell seems a lot of fun, but I hope they make it big harder. I watched Bajira do last night, and it was easy. You gotta keep in mind, Time Fox, also, this is like alpha. Like, nothing is tuned, like, at all. Like, you, like, it's just, nothing is tuned. That's all I can say. That's pretty much just the best answer to give. Is that nothing is tuned. I guess I go over all the way here now? Look what happened with Torghast. Wasn't Torghast meant to be easy, though, with the power-ups? Some parts of Torghast were pretty hard, though. I remember Torghast being, parts of it being kind of hard. Yeah, tuning doesn't start until, like, towards the end of beta. Well, the Druid talents for balance, there was only one good choice. The other one is pretty bad. So I'm happy with at least one of them. I feel like the other one's kind of designed for resto, which when I first saw it, and I kind of expected that. So it kind of confirmed everything I was thinking once I logged on. Star Wars cutscene. Yeah, pretty much. Is the Fury stuff cool? I haven't played much of anything except for Balancer right now. So, I do plan on testing the other classes as soon as I try out Delphs whenever I get there, which I don't know how far I have to get. I imagine I have to do the campaign quests. That's my guess anyways. Where is the freaking exclamation mark? I guess he's down here. Oh, there he is. I think I'm gonna start just doing the campaign quests. I'll hold on to the other quests so that way I can maybe get to Delves. Oh wait, this looks like a delve. I remember seeing this in the video. This might be it.
All right, let's do this. Through here.
You gotta take the Zeppelin and oh wait, you're on Alliance. However you get to the Alliance version of Dragonflight, I forgot how you do it. I think you take the boat. I'm gonna make them a healer. I don't know why they give us an extra talent point. So I have all the talents. It's so weird. Yeah, take the boat and you should be able to get there. It's unfortunately it's a bit of a walk, but you're gonna have to do it. That's what I did. All right, I think this is the Delves Grey Fox. So, can you enter this or no? Do I have to go to tier 1? Oh, they only allow you to do tier 1. Okay, I was gonna do tier 2, but I guess we'll do tier 1.
Let's rescue these folks and avoid these webs.
How you like the earthen? I'm not a big dwarf fan. It's just it's just the way I am. I'm not really big into the dwarf race. To me, they're just another dwarf. I kind of wish Blizzard actually made another race, but they seem to really like either dwarves or or elves. Apparently, I guess.
That's everyone here. Let's keep this cart moving.
Guess we're going right. Okay.
They're behind us. Watch out.
So these are kind of reminding me of like scenarios. Man, his self-healing sucks. I had to heal myself more than he's actually healing me, and I made him a healer. Oh well. The heck is this? Dwarven medicine? Alright, I mean, I guess I'll take it. In the Dragon Isles, nothing popped up. What? You mean to for the dragon riding? Like what didn't pop up? What I did is oh, I can't exit the map. You know, do you remember like the quest that sent you to like this tower in the first zone where you talked to a dragon riding trainer for the first time? That's where I learned all my dragon riding vigor. What happens when you step on a web? Apparently it summons an ad. I'm not gonna lie, it feels really nice being able to get Fury of the Loon back up faster. The more arcane spells I use, the faster my Fury of the Loon comes back up. It's actually crazy. Get it back up pretty quick. Moonfire slow any good? There's obviously way better slows out there, because the slow is only 30%, which is really, being realistic, it's not a lot, but just having a slow to me feels a lot nicer. Obviously things like Rogue and Feral Slow, Hunter Slow is way better, but being able to kind of kite with the slow, and if somebody tries to run, you can keep Moonfire at them, because Moonfire is basically almost always up. So it's actually really, really nice. In case somebody tries to get away from me, you know? I'm using Elun's Chosen. I liked Elun's Chosen way better than Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, in my opinion, kind of sucks. So I think it's not that good. It's probably good for like PvE, but that's about the extent I'd say. I don't think it's any good at all. My opinion, anyways. I actually kind of like the hero talents so far, though. I mean, I haven't tried much of any other classes yet, but Elun's Chosen's actually pretty good now. Like, I wasn't sure about Boomy's hero talents at all, but after playing Elun's Chosen, I actually kind of like it. Immune to all damage for 1 minute. Oh, alright. Immune to damage for another minute? Alright. Oh, it doesn't stack. Well, that was a waste. I wonder if his healing will get better as he levels up, because his self-healing is kind of meh right now. Might as well repair, why not? Do they stay here, or do I need to go keep clearing? I don't know what's up. Guess I keep going to clear. Fury Balloon comes back up so quick. I love it. I know, right? It's so amazing. It's a 45-second cooldown too, which is not really long, but kind of long at the same time. Oh, that didn't work. Bro, I actually keep forgetting because I'm so used to it on live, but I forgot I don't have Swiftman anymore. Oh man. I gotta remember I don't have Swiftman anymore. Dude only heals for 17k, man. That's like nothing. Oh, what's that over there? No Swiftman. When my brain is is so used to certain things, like, it's hard to, like, for me to like remember that it's gone. I know the moment I go back to live, I'll be like, oh yeah, Swiftman again. Hey everyone, how's it going? New staff? Missing region, delve epic key. Can't get that too. Crap that. I forget some stuff. I want to go back. So what I get for like I thought it was gonna give me something. I'm gonna go back because I saw some more glowing stuff. I wanna go back. How long you got access to alpha? I mean, I pretty much have it, and then once beta comes back, I get beta next too. So I pretty much always have it. I've had alpha, I think, once or twice before. Like, once you have it, you have it. There's a lot of gold back there. Yeah, I didn't really think that through. I saw the shiny thing and just ignored it. Well, to answer your question, Gray Fox, since the delve is basically over at this point, it kind of reminds me of Miss Pandaria scenarios. Only the fact that you solo these compared to scenarios back in Pandaria where you had like 2 or 3 people, I think, with you. I checked everywhere. I didn't see a key. Really? Just a gold? I came back all the way here for a gold? Is there a key in this room, maybe? Maybe it drops from like maybe it's like a chance drop from a boss, or maybe it's just not out yet. I don't know. Or maybe it could be on higher tier. Like, here's what I'm thinking. I think the green is tier 1, blue's tier 2, and then purple's probably tier 3. And that's how you get the how you get the key. That's just a guess, though. Is there rare back there? I mean, I can take a look around one more time, but I didn't really see anything else. Tier-wise for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Hey Garm, if you pre-ordered the expansion, like the Epic Edition or whatever, you automatically get beta. So once the beta comes around, everybody that got it should be getting beta, as far as I'm aware, anyways. Oh yeah, this thing. I didn't think anything of it. Now this makes sense. Bro, it actually has a decent amount of health. It didn't give me anything other than a buff. And apparently I can double jump like a demon hunter. Hey Meg, how's it going? Quest 2. That is true, there is a quest somewhere around here, but I don't know where exactly he is. It's not over here. Oh wait, it is over here. Bring the web ingot within Evoker to the village. Common experience. Oh, provides an increase to the companion, so it gives it to Bran. Yeah, I think that's it for this place. I'm not sure. I was looking around for the key, but there was nothing to really, like, to buy it. I mean, I'm looking around. I missed a rare and I missed the quest. I'm kind of looking around to see if I could find the key anywhere, but... yeah, I'm not seeing anything. There's a bunch of, like, mining and herbalism stuff, but... I'm gonna go check the vendor one more time. Adds one socket to an amulet or jewel ring. And then nothing else that really gives a key. Yeah, I want to say it's just from doing higher tier. I think once you get higher tier, you get the key to open it. That's my guess anyways. I'm just going to take the shortcut out. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much, you got the same exact idea I do, Grey Fox. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Like, it makes sense. Tier 1, green. Tier 2, blue. Tier 3, purple, you know? It just makes the most sense.
You'll find me wherever there's more to explore out there. And you know me, can't resist a good cave.
Alright, well, that's the delves. Alright, let's check out some of the hero talents now. Get heroic and mythic plus 5 item level gear from tier 3 delves, which is sick for solo players. That actually sounds pretty huge. Okay, let me hearth. Obviously, I already showed Boomkin, so let's check out Feral, and then I'll switch characters and so on and so forth. Check out some of the hero towns for... I have every class made except for Shaman, Demon Hunter, Mage, and what was the other one? I forgot. Paladin. I didn't make Paladin yet either. Need to see Warrior Hunter. Yeah, I'll get to those. Let me get Feral out real quick. Hopefully it doesn't mess everything up, because I know Leveled In said he's having bar issues. Alright. I haven't gotten used to this spellbook either. They changed the way you have to open up your talents and stuff now. Like once you have to open up your talents, then you click spellbook. So everything's just like so weird to me now. I don't know if that's a permanent change or just an alpha thing, but it completely throws me off. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of changes to the Druid class. I think out of everything right now, I think Druid's got all the changes. We all see how we don't have like Moonkin form, Swiftman, Swiftest Pursuits. We got new Oat Skin talents. Cyclone's been moved kind of down here. One talent into Thick Hide now. Yeah, there's just a bunch of different talents. I didn't really know which way I wanted to go for Feral talents on the right side either, so I just kind of went with what I usually do on live. I didn't have a lot of, like, I feel like there's a lot of talents I really wanted still, but yeah. Either way, let's go ahead and get into the hero talents. I want to check out Druid the Claw first. I wish I was good at Mage because Fire is looking insane. Yeah, I don't play Fire, I play a lot of Frost. Moonkin is unlocked for balanced Druid only as far as I'm aware. Similar to how Swift Ned is Resto Druid only. I didn't really look at Mage hero talents yet. I need to make a Mage, but I haven't made it yet. Druid of the Claw. Your auto attacks have a chance to make your next Ferocious Bite become Ravage. Ravage slices through your target as a wide physical damage per combo point. Consumes up to 25 additional energy. Hits all other enemies in front of you. So I guess it's kind of like turning Ferocious Bite into an AoE ability. Your maximum energy and rage are increased by 20. Frenzied Regen also increases your maximum health by 10%. Kind of like another defensive, a little bit, I guess. Massive Attack also increases a bleed that causes, obviously damage is going to get tuned over 6 seconds and saps the victim of strength, reducing the damage they deal to you. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I feel like Feral has always needed more defensives. So, between Frenzy Regen increasing your maximum health and now this seems like pretty cool. Dreadful Wound is not affected by Circle of Life and Death. Well, that's kind of disappointing. If a Dreadful Wound benefiting from Tiger Fury is reapplied, the new Dreadful Wound deals damage as if Tiger Fury was active. Okay. Ferocious Bite damage increased. It's just a standard damage increase. Iron Fur and Frenzied Regeneration persist in cat form. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. You don't have to go in bear form. Well, I mean, you're still probably going to do that in PvP anyways, but you don't have to go bear form for Frenzied Regen now. When transforming from bear to cat form, you retain 80% of your bear form armor and health for 6 seconds. Dude, this seems like a really good PvP hero talent tree between all the defensives you get. For 6 seconds after you entering bear form, you heal for 10% of its damage over 8 seconds. This seems like a really good defensive tree. This is a passive that massive attack increases your. Wait, massive attack? I don't know if that seems weird. Increases your auto attack speed by 20%, but it's a passive. Maybe they're not too. They didn't finish putting that. I don't know. I'm confused by this. Massive attack increases your energy. Your agility by 5% and armor granted by Iron Fur for 6 seconds. Your first Tiger's Fury after entering combat makes your next first spell become a massive attack. I think Killing Strikes might be better here, so I'm going to go with that. Stampeding Roar, duration increase. It's a good defense tree because it shares with Guardian. Oh, that is true. That is very true. I feel like this might be a really good PvP tree to go with, though. Frenzied Regeneration can be cast in cat form for 40 energy. So it takes energy to use in bear form, or in cat form. Bear form reduces the magic damage you take. Oh, this one's pretty freaking huge. Dude, I like this tree. I really like this tree for Feral, for sure. This might actually, depending on how the other tree is, this one might actually be the go-to. Shred and Swipe grant Earth Sign potential. When you have 8 stacks, the next time you transform into bear, your next Mangle Swipe deals 10%, 100% increased damage and generates 15 extra rage. I mean, this one's okay, but I think this one's definitely better. Definitely pick that one. Aggravated Wounds. Every finishing move, Shred, Thrash, or Brutal Slash extends the duration of Dreadful Wounds. Okay. Shred, Brutal Slash, and Mangles. Critical Strike, Chance, and Critical Strike damage increased. So it's just a standard damage increase. Ooh, the cooldown of Feral Frenzy is reduced. I definitely like that one. Anything to lower cooldown on burst is always nice. And last but not least, during Berserk, Shred, Brutal Slash, and Thrash have a 25% chance to make your next Frost Spite become a massive attack. Alright, I want to look at some of these real quick. So I go into cat form. I'm going to have to put regen on my bars. Let's put it right here. Oh man, that is crazy. We can actually use Feral regen in cat form. That's so nice. And then I just guess I keep hitting this stuff and I get a huge Feral bite or whatever it is. 378k. 374k. I don't know if it lights up if whenever it tells me I get like a massive attack or not. Some pretty big bites though. Hey Mike, how's it going? Your next first spell becomes Ravaged. 379k. I actually dig this this build. I actually think I'm definitely gonna play. This is my Feral build, probably. Like it's pretty good. I'm not sure if the massive attack works for some of the talents though, because I'm not seeing like. Oh, it's during Berserk, so I guess it's like during Incarnation. Well, regardless, that some of these are definitely pretty nice. Being able to use Frenzied Regen in cat form, go in bear form. You retain 176% increased armor and 20% of my bear form health. So I have 693k health for about 7 seconds, and then I go back down to 578k. That is pretty huge. Holy freaking crap, man. Feral's finally starting to look good. Yeah, Feral's actually looking pretty dang good next expansion. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, we actually might not be super squishy Ferals like we are in live. With Droid of the Claw. Alright, let's look at Wildstalker next. This one's probably not going to be as defense heavy. Alright, for the first one, Rip and Rake damage has a chance to cause Bloodseeker vines to grow from the victim, dealing bleed damage over 6 seconds. And then Wild Growth Regrowth has a chance to cause blooms to grow on the targets. So this is kind of like Resto and, I guess, Feral. Feral back to the roots of bleeds. That would be nice. Damage and healing in cat form increased by 5%. Moonfire and Sunfire damage increased. So it's just a damage increase one. And then if you're expecting a Moonfire, I guess that would help. Tiger's Fury and attacking from Prowl increases the chance for Shred, Rake, and Brutal Slash to critically strike by 8% for 6 seconds. Casting Regrowth increases the chance for your periodic heals to critically heal by 10% for 6 seconds. Okay, Rip damage increased. Oh, so this is kind of like... Oh yeah, it's first by damage as well. But I'm glad they're increasing the bleed damage, so it's just another damage increase. Wild Growth and Rake last 20% longer. Okay. Enemies pulled into Vortex are rooted in place for 30 seconds. Damage may cancel the effect. Why would you ever want to run Mass Entanglement if you just run Vortex then? Let me check. Do I even have it on this build? Yeah, I do. You won't even have to run Mass Entanglement. During Bark Skin, your movement speed is increased by 10%, and every second flowers grow beneath your feet that heal up to 3 nearby allies. I don't know why I said enemies. I feel like Entangling Vortex would be pretty good. You can make you can root them in line of sight. That would be pretty huge for PvP. Healing you receive is increased by 10%. Your regrowth healing to yourself is increased by 50%. That's actually a hard one to pick. Because healing would be overall in battlegrounds, but your regrowth healing on yourself? I feel like regrowth healing to yourself is probably pretty good. Yeah. I gotta say, I'm really liking the defensive options for Feral right now. Bloodseeker Vines and Blooms last 2 additional seconds. When a target is inflicted by dies, the vines jump to nearby unaffected targets. Each active Bloodseeker Vine increases the damage of your abilities. I feel like Root Network would probably be better here. When Bloodseeker Thorns expire, they explode in thorns, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies, so it's basically an AoE. When Bloodseeker Vines grow, they have a 10% chance to cause another growth at the same time to immediately grow on a valid nearby target, so kind of another AoE. Feral Frenzy immediately causes a Bloodseeker Vine to grow on the target. Oh, that sounds good. I'm going to try that one. Bloodseeker Vines increase the damage of your abilities deal to affected targets by 10%. Alright, definitely gonna try that. Alright, let's see how these vines work. Kinda cool. It's literally just like right on, like... So they're heading for about 10k. 17k bleeds. I gotta say, it looks kind of cool though. So is it just from Feral Frenzy, or is it gonna proc from bleeds too? Oh, there we go. So procs on the bleeds. Doesn't last that long unless unless you get another proc during it though. I want to check and see how much regrowth heals for now too with all the talents. 70k. And then also, if you heal yourself, you'll have blooms on yourself as well. Dude, that's gonna be so much healing. Yeah, I knew it procs from Feral Frenzy, so it procs from the bleeds too. I wonder if this is gonna work. Oh wait, I gotta like find somebody that moves. It's not gonna work otherwise. I was gonna try the Ursal Vortex, but I forgot they gotta walk out of it, and these things can't walk out of it. Well, overall, if I had to pick between the two, I'm not sure, because they're both pretty good defensive-wise, but I think Druid of the Claw might be better than Wildstalker. Or at least it feels that way. I think Druid of the Claw definitely is a lot cooler than Wildstalker, but Wildstalker's not bad. Compared to Boomkin, I feel like both of these are actually pretty good. But I like Druid of the Claw more. At least it feels that way. Especially with the defenses from Druid of the Claw. Yeah, you agree too, Grey Fox. I definitely am in the same boat. Being able to use Enraged Regen, or not Enraged Regen, Frenzied Regen in cat form. And then also if you go bear form and go cat form, you maintain the armor and stamina increase. I mean, that's pretty huge. Because a lot of the time, Feral has to stay in bear form. You don't really have to do that now. Alright. I think that's enough showing of Druid. Let's get on the next one. I'm going to go in order, whatever I got. Looks like Hunter's next. Heads up, I didn't set up Marksman. I forgot. So I can only show Relay Survival at the moment. I'll have to set up Marksman later. I completely blanked out and forgot about that. I was in a rush to quickly set everything up, so I kind of forgot. It's my fault. But I think you were interested in Sentinel anyways, which I think is pretty much the exact same thing, right? We'll look at Sentinel first. Why not? This was one of the ones you were interested in, though, right, Grey Fox? All right, we'll look at Sentinel first, then. So your attacks have a chance to apply Sentinel as a target, stacking up to 10 times. While Sentinel stacks are higher than 3, applying Sentinel has a chance to trigger an implosion, causing a stack to be consumed on the target every second to deal set amount of arcane damage. So it's kind of like just a proc, I guess. Each time Sentinel deals damage to an enemy, you gain an absorb shield. So that's a pretty nice defensive. When you apply Sentinel to a target not affected by you apply Sentinel, you apply 1 stack. So faster stacks, Mongoose Bite and all that damage increase. When you apply Sentinel on a target, you have 15% chance to apply a second stack. When a target affected by Sentinel deals damage to you, they are rooted for 3 seconds. May only occur every 1 minute. So it's kind of like a little mini CC. I'm not sure how, like, the Sentinel rooted might be, like, good, but I feel like the slow might be better just because we have Tar Trap and all that. Kind of a hard choice. I feel like catch-out might be better, maybe in the long run, though. Like sideline? Yeah, I feel like sideline might be better. When I'm looking at both, I just feel like sideline is probably better. I can agree with you on that. Each time Sentinel deals damage to an enemy, it has up to 50% chance to generate 5 focus. Chances decrease with each additional Sentinel currently imploding applied to enemies. Okay. Whenever Sentinel deals damage, the cooldown of Coordinated Assault is reduced by up to 15 seconds. For 8 seconds after activating Coordinated Assault, all abilities are guaranteed to apply Sentinel. I feel like Eyes Closed might be better. Multi-shot, carve, and butchery cause any target affected by Sentinel to explode. Okay. All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target affected by more 3 stacks of your Sentinel fall below 20% health. Targets you damage below 20% health gain a stack of Sentinel every 3 seconds. I'll try that one. We'll look at that one next. Alright, Lunar Storm. Every 15 seconds, your next Wildfire Bomb summons a owl that conjures a 10-yard Lunar Storm at the target's location for 8 seconds. An enemy affected by Sentinel with your Lunar Storm gets struck by arcane damage. Any target struck by this effect takes 10% increased damage by you and your pets. Well, that's not bad. I missed it when you were in the delve. Had to pop for work. Question: Do delves need a tank, or can you just run it just as fine as the DPS? I did it perfectly fine. Keep in mind that was probably the easiest difficulty there is. So I don't know how much harder it's gonna get in higher difficulties. Add to the fact that it's not tuned, of course. I'm sure it's gonna get tuned at some point, but it's supposed to be for solo, so it should be fine. You don't need to be a tank. You can also make your companion a healer, a tank, or a DPS, I believe. So you could do it just as fine as the DPS. Wonder how healers will be for those that are pure healers. You can make your companion a DPS, and he can DPS for you. Although I will say I am not entirely sure how much the companion's damage will be, or how good it will be, but you can make him a DPS. Alright, let's try this. Wow, that actually looks kind of cool. He's just constantly shooting the arrows, man. This is kind of cool. I dig this. Oh, that's sick. I imagine it doesn't move though. So, but that actually looks kind of cool. Delves can be done solo or with other players, but I believe on Alpha it's solo only at the moment. Yeah, it's solo at the moment. I actually kind of like this hero tree on Survival. And if it's the same thing as Marksman, it's basically the same. It does look pretty cool, and it seems the owl procs quite a bit. It's like every 15 seconds. Liking Sentinel more and more. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's Sentinel is for Marksman and Survival, so I actually think I might try it as Marksman too. I mean, it's going to be the exact same thing, you know, other than just switching out abilities, but this is more or less what it's going to be like as Marksman minus like using different abilities. It's kind of basically the same thing. Alright. Let's check out Pack Leader next. Looks really cool. Yeah, I gotta say, Sentinel is actually one of my favorites. I actually like Sentinel. Unfortunately, I only set up survival, so I can't really test out the other specs like I wanted. I'll have to do that later. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Vicious Hunts. Kill command prepares you to attack in coordination with your pets, dealing physical damage. I feel like this is going to be more designed for Beast Mastery, because Pack Leader is kind of basically for BM and survival. So Pack Leader kind of reminds me of Beast Mastery over survival, but yeah, this was just for kill command. Attacking with Vicious Hunt instructs your pet to strike with their basic attack alongside with your mongoose bites. So that could be interesting. How the pack, your pet's basic attack critical strikes. Your pet's basic attack critical strikes increase your critical strike damage by 5%, so it's a standard damage increase. Every third pet basic attack is guaranteed critical strike, with damage further increased by critical strike chance. Alright. Aspect of the turtle, survival of the fittest, and men pet heal the target for 20% of maximum health for 4 seconds duration, increased by 1 second when healing a target under 50% maximum health. So, a defensive, and this kind of reminds me of Exhilaration. Aspect of the cheetah now increases movement speed by 15% for another 8 seconds. Disengage increases the range of all your attacks by 5 yards for 5 seconds. You know, it's really funny how they love giving hunters more range on their abilities. Although this isn't for marksmen, so I guess it doesn't really matter as much, but it's still kind of funny. This one probably sounds better, though. Your pet's basic attack has a 20% chance to reduce the cooldown and cause your kill command to strike a second time for 30% of the normal damage. So basically just an extra chance at kill command. Carve increases the next damage of your carve. Wildfire bomb reduces the cooldown of carve. So basically just to help your AoE. Kill shot deals an additional 30% damage over 6 seconds and increases the bleed damage you deal and your pet deal to the target. Okay. Consuming Frenzied Terror has a 50% chance to reduce the cost of your next Mongo bite and deal extra damage. Coordinated Assault calls on the pack, summoning a pet from your stable. Kind of want to try that one. I want to see how good that one is. We'll try that one. Vicious Hunt and Pack Coordination now stack and apply twice and are always active during coordinated assaults. Alright, let's quickly try this one. Let me try Aspect of the Turtle first. So it heals me for 31k. That's actually not too bad. So it's another kind of defensive-ish type of thing. Need to get kill shot proc. So it gives me more bleed damage. And then my extra kill command. I mean, this one isn't bad, but I definitely think Sentinel won better, for sure. I mean, it's not a bad hero talent tree, but I think Sentinel is way better than Pack Leader. I feel like this is kind of like, it's better for like Beast Mastery over Survival too, or at least it feels that way to me. I definitely think Sentinel won the hero talent tree for Survival, and I think it's going to be better for Marksman as well. I'll try and set up Marksman later on, because I only set up Survival at the moment, so I can't really test out the other talent or other specs, but since these are more or less the same, Pack Leader is going to be for Beast Mastery, of course, and Sentinel is Marksman for the other one. Kind of similar. But yeah, my opinion, I think Sentinel is my favorite for Survival for sure. I'm definitely going to be playing that once Live comes out. Alright, what's the next character? I have Monk. Alright, Monk's next. Monk actually probably got the second most changes. We'll do that real quick. Like going over here because there's not as many people. So I kind of already quickly put up my talent tree, like I said before. But there was a lot of talent tree changes, kind of similar to Druid. Like, apparently, we have Clash now. We also lost one of our defensive talents. I don't see it anywhere. There's a few new ones, like Paralysis now removes all enraged effects. So, stuff against, like, Warrior, I guess, it'll be good. There's definitely a few other new talents, like Jade Walk. I don't remember this. Yeah, no more Deep in Harm. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, no more Deep in Harm. I like how they gave us Clash now. That was a Brewmaster ability, and now we have Clash. So monks have another gap closer. Apparently I can't use it because apparently it won't let me. Let me see if I have can I use it like on randomly anything over here? Do I have I don't think they give us anything to drop so we can test it. Let me see if I can go find a mob to use it on then. Just want to go quickly use it on something. Yeah, that mobility is gonna as if monks need a lot more mobility. But yeah, we got Clash now, so we can just nobody's ever really gonna escape us. I can say that right now. Nobody's gonna escape a monk. What else? Yeah, they changed all the Transcendence spam thing to down here now too. Flow of Chi is kind of new. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of new talents. You know, they're still right here, right? Grand Fox says Tiger's Palm now has a 10-yard range. So it's still in here. Oops. Maybe, actually, I think I read this wrong. Tiger's Palm has, maybe it's Tiger's Palm has a 10-yard range, but you don't charge to the target. So you're not wrong. You're not exactly wrong. I need to fix my paralysis option. Yeah, let me fix that real quick. There we go. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the hero talents now. Let's look at Conduit of the Celestials first. Actually, let me go back to the thing over there. Alright, we'll look at Conduit of Celestials first. Looks like this one actually gives us an ability. So, it's a 1.5 minute cooldown. The Celestials empower you, causing you to radiate 1.1 million nature damage onto enemies. Which sounds pretty insane. And healing up to 5 injured allies, split evenly among them. Healing and damage increased by 6% per enemy struck, up to 30%. You may move while channeling, but casting other healing or damaging spells cancels this effect. Okay. Fist of Fury and Spinning Crane Kick damage increased by 10%. Teachings of the monster is, you know what? I'll increase the Fist of Fury damage. Who wouldn't want to do that? Tiger's Palm has a 15% chance to cause the tiger to claw your targets for 27,000 physical damage. Could get changed, obviously, for tuning. Chances increased while he's active. Okay. Gain Rushing Jade Wind while Tiger is active. Well, I could try that. Consuming 30 chi causes Yulon to decrease the cooldown of Rising Sun Kick, Fist of Fury, and Strike of the Windlord. So lower cooldown on damage. That seems pretty nice. After the tiger assists you, your next blackout kick causes the ox to stomp, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Just an AoE thing. Rushing Jadewind and Spinning Crane Kick have a chance to cause Chi-Chi to quickly rush to 5 enemies. Fortifying Brew grants you a shield. You heal for 10% of your maximum health instantly when you activate Celestial Conduit, and receive 50% less damage for its duration. I feel like the Fortifying Brew thing is pretty nice. I'll go and take that. Another defensive. That's a movement speed increase. You switch between the alignments after August Celestial assists you, increasing your secondary stats. Crane is haste, Tiger is critical strike, Ox is versatility, Serpent's stance is mastery. Casting Jadefire Stomp increases the net damage of your next kick by 30%. Oh, this seems pretty huge. I'm gonna try that. And last but not least, the Celestial Conduit can be recast once during its duration to call upon all the August Celestials to assist you at 200% effectiveness. Unity within is automatically cast when Celestial Conduit ends if not used before expiration. Alright, well, let's try it. Honestly, I'm kind of curious on how much damage this is going to do anyways. Actually, I guess I can't use it on the... because these things are lower level, but... Actually, no, they're not. My bad. Those are kind of nuts. Let me fix my... It looks like my freaking stuff got messed up. Let me change this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's put it right there. What's that Rising Sun Kick hit for? Only 800k? It's supposed to hit harder with the Jade Stomp. 178k, that's not bad. No, it's not bad. Oh, this one doesn't seem too bad. Celestial Conduit. It's kind of a long cooldown, but... This hero talent is not too bad. It's almost back up again. I will say, having that as a huge AoE will be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm not sure why they got rid of Serenity either. I'm like so used to Serenity on live, it just feels kind of weird not having it. Alright, Conduit of Celestials, I wasn't sure about this one at the start, but it's not bad. We'll see how Shadowpan is. Yeah, I haven't made Mage yet, but my Mage has the most keybinds out of every character I've made on live. And then my Shaman is my second character that I play that has probably the second most keybinds, and then followed by my Druid being third. I would say Druid, Shaman, and Mage have the most keybinds out of any class in the game. So, I can agree. I think Red Paladins definitely has the most too, because they have to make a lot of like focus macros and all that. Next stream we'll have to see Dark Ranger. Yeah, I'll have to set up more. Alright, dealing damage equal to 10% of your maximum health generates flurry charge for each 400 energy you spend. At least all flurry charges dealing physical damage. Okay. Oh yeah, this is more designed, I think, towards Brewmaster. Flurry strikes have a 15% additional chance to critically strike. Enemies who die within 5 seconds of being damaged by Flurry Strike explode, dealing physical damage to uncontrolled enemies. So basically kind of like an AoE. I feel like this is more designed for PvE than PvP. So I'll probably go with this one. Striking the same target 5 times within 2 seconds grants 1% haste. Multiple instances of this effect may overlap, stacking up to 10 times. Okay. Your attacks penetrate 10% armor. More ways to kill plate classes easier. Vivify always heals you for additional 30% of its total value. Chi Wave, Expel Harm now heal you for 20% damage dealt. I think Vivify is better. Damage dealt by Fist of Fury and Kick Smash counts as double towards Flurry Charge generation. Fist of Fury damage increased by 10%. Okay, so more damage increase. When your health drops below 50%, summon a Whirling Steel, increasing your parry chance and avoidance by 15% for 6 seconds. Okay. When you dodge or parry an attack, reduce all damage taken by 10% for the next 6 seconds. Honestly, I'm not really impressed with either of these, but I guess predictive training might be better. Flurry strikes increase your agility by 1%, so it's just a standard damage increase. Energy spenders deal an additional 50% damage. Every 50 energy spent reduces the cooldown on Storm, Earth, and Fire. Wait, it says Serenity is still here, but it's not in a talent. Whatever. Still good, though. Blackout Kick deals an additional 20% critical damage and increases the damage of your next set of Flurry Strikes. Okay. And last but not least, every 10 Flurry Strikes become infused with the Wisdom of the Wall for 20 seconds. And it basically is just a stat increase for the most part. Alright, let's try this out. Assume... Okay, good. We're getting some stacks. I think I like Conduit more than this one. Like, I'm seeing my Flurry stacks. Yeah, I'm not really as impressed with this one. I'm seeing like the procs, like the animation procs from this, but So I gotta spend 400 energy for all the Flurry Strikes to go through. I feel like you cap on these pretty quickly, though. Yeah, the other tier's definitely better. Yeah, I agree. So, for Windwalker Monk, I think the Conduit of Celestials is way better. Shadow Pen is definitely not, like, didn't stand out to me. So, the winner for Windwalker is definitely Conduit of Celestials. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Looks like up next is going to be Evoker. Also, heads up, the Rogue talent tree isn't out yet. Only it is for Sub and Outlaw, and I didn't set up Sub or Outlaw, so I won't be able to show the Rogue one. Because not all the talent trees are out. Okie dokie. I don't even have a picture for Flame Shaper yet. Alright, let's look at Flame Shaper first. Looks like they're giving us an ability for this one. Demon Hunter has one available, but yeah, you're right. Not all the Demon Hunter one is shown either. So, this is a 30-second cooldown. Engulf your target in Dragon Flame, damaging them or healing them. For each of your periodic effects, on the target, effectiveness is increased. Okay. Super stoked for Evoker, the only class that didn't boost. I play Evoker. Evoker's probably like, if it wasn't for my main, I would say Evoker's in my top 3 favorites. I actually really like Evoker. So I'm pretty excited for Evoker as well. I think I already know which one I'm going to play, just because I looked it up earlier, but yeah. Hover and Deep Breath travel 50% faster, and Hover travels 15% further. That could be pretty good. Tail Swipe and Wing Buffer squirts enemy. That one's not as good. Definitely picking this one. Engulf causes Fire Breath to spread to a nearby target. If no valid targets are present, its duration is refreshed. That could be pretty good. So you engulf after you burst. Yeah, it's looking like that. Because the more periodic effects. So like you want to use it after Fire Breath. Essence abilities are enhanced with Flame, dealing 20% of healing or damage done to fire damage. So this is kind of like Flame Shaper seems to be more like of a dot-based hero talent tree, from what I'm seeing so far. Critical strike chance against targets above 50% health increased by 10%. Okay. Engulf quickens your pulse, reducing the cast time of your next spell by 30%, stacks up 2 charges. So you can heal yourself quicker. I mean, that's pretty nice, but I think you can already do that with Emerald, so it's basically another way to save yourself. It's not too bad. Engulf reignites and Kindle, extending its duration of effectiveness. Fire Breath's damage over time is increased by 20%. Dream Breath's heal over time increase. I mean, the dot I feel like doesn't already do that much, so, but I guess we can try that. Sunfire Phoenix burst damage. My brain isn't fully 100%. What is that? Oh, that's a mage thing. That's kind of what I figured. I haven't made my mage. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing is tuned yet. I tell you right now, nothing is tuned. So everything will get tuned eventually. Living Flame, Reinversion, and Astral Strike. Critical strikes have a 100% chance to trigger Essence Burst. Okay. Engulf gains 1 additional charge and deals 20% increased damage and healing. So that'll be nice to have an extra charge. Renewing Blaze also applies to 1 nearby ally when cast. Oh, this can be a pretty nice defensive for teammates for something like Arena. Your wounds have a small chance to cauterize, healing you for 30% of the damage taken. occurs more often from attacks deal high damage. Oh, this is gonna be so freaking OP if you for solo. Well, I guess it's not gonna be that OP, but that's gonna be really nice for solo. So there's that. I don't know if this will be the best hero talent tree though. Engulf consumes 8 seconds of fire breath from the target, detonating it and dealing damage to nearby targets. So it's kind of like an AoE. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at some of this. So hover, travel 50% faster and 50% further. So how far does hover go now? Pretty far. Flame Shaper sounds really fun. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if it'll be my favorite. Let's see how much far deep breath goes. That seems to be a lot faster. Because it says it goes by faster. Yeah, that was definitely really fast. So deep breath goes faster with this talent. Alright, let's quickly try out this hero talent ability. Alright, that's what it does. So it completely absorbs your fire breath. Which means I don't think... Yeah, this isn't even worth it anymore. So you would want to go this instead. Let me just try fire breathing and then popping engulf. You just deep breath multi-level. That's new. That's true. I didn't even. That was. It's so funny how that works. We'll try that again. Well, I didn't do it that time. It just, I guess, got lucky. It's so weird. Well, this seems to be like a build that's, if you're more into playing like a dot type of build, then Flame Shaper seems to be probably the way to go. So, if you want to play a dot-based Evoker playstyle, I guess, then it seems to be we will want to play Flame Shaper. Just from experimenting with this. I mean, I already play a lot of dot classes anyway, so I mean, it's not bad. But that seems to be the general play style of this talent tree. I mean, with all these dots, you can definitely get a lot of dots on there. I tried it, JFK, it wouldn't let me. I'll try again, though. I think I just got extremely lucky. See, it's not, target's not line of sight. It wasn't letting me. Alright, let me try Scale Commander next. This was one of the more I was kind of like interested in. Alright, Mass Disintegrate. Empower spells cause your next Disintegrate to strike to 3 nearby targets. When striking less than 3 targets, Disintegrate's damage is increased for each missing target. Dude, we already hit really hard with Disintegrate on live. This is going to be nuts. Like, doing in AoE Disintegrates, and then if nobody's even near you, you can just pretty much nuke them. It's going to be nuts. Because Disintegrates already hit pretty hard. Block spells deal increased damage. So it's just another damage increase. Mass Disintegrate marks your primary target for destruction for the next 10 seconds. You and your allies have a chance to trigger bombardment when attacking marked targets, dealing split damage against all nearby enemies. A lot of these hero talents are like kind of like AoE based. There's gonna be a lot of AoE. Entering combat grants a charge of burnout instantly, causing your next living flame to cast instantly. So just more instant living flame procs. So that's always nice. Deep breath causes enemies to take 20% increased damage from bombardments and essence abilities. So deep breath is gonna be pretty huge to do big damage. Gonna be nice. Bombardments reduce the cooldown of deep breath by 1 second for each target struck. That's gonna be pretty huge for AoE in battle rounds. Each second you are in combat, Astral Strike and Living Flame deal 1% increased damage up to 50%. Oh, if you can get so many Living Flame procs, imagine how much damage it's going to deal. Because Living Flame hits pretty hard too. So, more AoE lag. Yeah, that's true. All the AoE in Battlegrounds is going to be quite hilarious. Obsidian Scales reduces damage taken by additional 5%. Knocking enemies backwards or upwards reduces damage taken. Hardened Scales seems better here. Essence abilities extend bombardments. Bombardments have a chance to give essence bursts. I feel like this one's better. I'll just go with that one. While hovering, damage taken from area effects is reduced. Deep breath reduces the cooldown. Oh, deep breath gives you another cooldown of hover. I'm taking that. All right, maneuverability. Deep breath can now be steered in your desired direction. That's actually crazy. I gotta try this. This is kind of the reason why I think Scaled Commander is gonna be amazing. If it's what I think it is. Let me try this. Bro, this is so broken. That's gonna be so fun to use. Oh my gosh, you can steer it. That's amazing. You don't even have to control it. Like, you just automatically use it. That's so broken. Yeah, imagine like just doing that over raids, because it stuns everybody. Like that's just absolutely like ridiculous. Imagine controlling that and just stunning entire teams. I think this is definitely like my favorite hero talents by far. The other one was okay, but this is definitely by far, in my opinion, my favorite. Also, hold on, I forgot to put this on my bars for some reason. Attorney Surge. There you go. Okay, I'll try that. You mean divide and conquer, right? It didn't work. I don't know if I don't know if it's because it's broken. But that would be pretty broken, though. It might not be, and maybe it's because it's not working, though. I think every Evoker is probably going to use that. I'm definitely leveling my Evoker. I think I might level this tune probably second after my Druid. That hero talent is going to be insane. Well, I think it's safe to say Evoker, Scale Commander... Oh, hold on. I think Scale Commander definitely won this one. Scale Commander has definitely 100% won this one. Let me do it one more time. Yeah, that hero talent is going to be 100% really broken in PvP. It's going to be super broken. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next class. You saw it leveled in? Oh, you see how broken that's gonna be for Evoker, right? You saw that too? That's gonna be so broken. You can literally control Deep Breath and stunning like everybody like that. That's gonna be crazy. Oh, I actually have the debuff on my DK for some reason now. Whatever. Okay. I didn't set up Unholy because I don't like Unholy, so, and I don't play Blood, so I'm only showing Frost for this one, but yeah, Frost DK is going to be one of the ones I was definitely interested in as well. Did you get your bars and all that fixed, leveled in? I don't know if you're still here or not, but did you get your stuff fixed? Alright, let's... Rider of the Apocalypse was the one I was definitely interested in, so we're going to look at this one first. Alright, so... Spending, I did been making videos on Paladin still. Alright. Yeah, Flame Shaper isn't bad, but I think the Deep Breath one is just going to be the winner for sure. Both trees are so good. I have no idea which is better. Those ones are rare. I feel like for the most part, every class I've tested, there's been a clear winner, but both trees haven't been bad. The only tree that has sucked on for has been like the other one, the Keeper of the Grove for balance. Every other tree has been decent. I still feel like there's been a clear winner for each class I've tested though. Alright, spending runes has a chance to call Horseman, 1 cast Death and Decay, 1 cast Shadow Damage, 1 cast Chains of Ice, and then 1 increases your damage. Okay. Now this is the fun one. While outdoors, you are able to mount your Death Charger. So, in combat, might I add. So that is actually insane. Like I want to test this one first. Like I'm not even gonna go through the other ones. I gotta test out this one first. So Charger, and I'm guessing you can just mount up and then fight in combat. Imagine doing this in Battlegrounds. Oh my gosh, hilarious. You see it? This is the one thing I said was gonna happen. Oh my gosh. The only thing is you can be slowed, but this is hilarious. Mounted combat, here we come. Exactly. And then let's check out the other one real quick. Okay, so leveled in, I'm sure you're going to remember this, but instead of having this in permanent combat mode, we basically just stole your steed. Because this is basically like the Red Paladin steed, except that it's not permanent. You can, unlike the other one, you can't be slowed. Let me read it. You cannot be slowed. You'll be free from movement and parrying effects. Basically, it's kind of putting freedom and steed on yourself. So it's basically having freedom and a steed from paladins in one spell for Death Knights. You will never escape from a DK ever. It's so broken. Oh my gosh. So you can choose between having permanent mounts in combat, but you can be slowed and all that stuff. Or you can have freedom and steed built in one talent. That's hilarious. So Rider of the Apocalypse is definitely... I don't even need to look at the other talent tree for Death Knight. I can already tell this one's the winner. It's just... It's such a joke, man. It's hilarious. You cannot be slowed. You can just mount in combat. Yeah, Leveldon's working on his videos. I'm sure he'll stream in a bit. This is gonna be just so broken though. Just mount up. Mounted combat. You won't even ever have to dismount. Like, it's so funny. Well, you'll get dismounted when you go into like indoors, but it's just like, oh my god. Oh man. This is hilarious. Never get dismounted again. As soon as I saw this, I knew I had to make a decant alpha. Alright, that's enough showing off for those. Let's check out the rest of these now. Your damage is increased. Standard damage increase. While at your aid, the anti-horseman will occasionally cast anti-magic shell on you. So, not only do you also get to mount in combat, your summon will give you a free anti-magic shell. This hero tree is so broken, it's actually quite hilarious. They literally give you a free anti-magic shell. I want to try it. Let me summon this thing. See if I can get a summon on this thing. I don't know if like that. I think they just magically proc. Spending runes has a chance, so I gotta spend runes. Oh, they didn't give me an anti-magic shell. Oh wait, there it is. They literally give you a free anti-magic shell. Oh my god. This hero talent tree is probably the most busted out of all the ones I've tried so far. That's hilarious. They literally even give you a free anti-magic shell. DK voter meta spec incoming. 100%. When you take damage, 5% of the damage is redirected to each active horseman. So, I mean, obviously, I think the clear winner is Horseman's Aid here. When obliterate damages an enemy affected by undeath, it gains a stack of it gains a stack and infects another nearby enemy. Okay. If an enemy dies with Nazgrim is active, the strength is it's just another damage increase. Okay. When obliterate or scourge strike target is affected by Trollbane's change, it shatters. So, okay, another damage increase. Damage increases by diseases. So these two are definitely the absolute most broken for sure. Everything else seems to be just your standard damage increase. While you have 2 horsemen aiding you, your runic power spending abilities deal 20% increased damage and a chance to refund a rune. Every 50 runic power you spend extends the duration of the horseman. I feel like this one might be better in the long run. The cooldown of your Horn of Winter is reduced by 15 seconds, and Death Decay is reduced by 10 seconds. Okay. Army of the Dead and Frostworm's Fury call upon all 4 horsemen to aid you for 20 seconds. So you're going to want to spec into Frostworm's Fury now, I'm guessing? Alright. Summon that. So Army of the Dead now summons the Horsemen as well as Frostworm's Fury. Oh, that's a lot of horsemen. This is ridiculous. DKs are going to be so nuts. It's past busted. DKs are actually going to be like insane. Like I mean this is only the first build of alpha and they'll probably change a lot of it, but DKs are absolutely like right after the apocalypse is just insane. For sure. Alright, let's look at Deathbringer. I mean, it's pretty clear the winner here, but we'll look at Deathbringer as well. Okay, Reaper's Mark. This is a new ability they're giving us. Slice into your enemy, dealing and applying Reaper's Mark. Each time you deal Shadow or Frost damage, add a stack of Reaper's Mark. After 12 seconds of reaching 40 stacks, sorry, it explodes. Reaper's Mark travels to an unmarked enemy if the target dies, or if it explodes. So, okay. Reaper's Mark unleashes a dark wave forwards and back, dealing 5,000 Shadow Frost damage in both ways to all enemies caught in its path. Okay, your Frost Fever has a chance to deal 30% increased damage as Shadow Frost damage. Okay. Shadow Frost damage applies to targets. Applies 2 stacks to Reaper's Mark and 4 stacks when it is a critical strike. Additionally, Rime empowered Howling Blast deals Shadow Frost damage. Okay. Yeah, looking at this so far, I'm not really impressed with this as much as Riders of the Apocalypse. Reaper's Mark explosion causes a piece of the target's soul to tear out and spiral outwards. Okay. Reaper's Mark explosion deals up to 30% increased damage based on the target's missing health. This kind of reminds me of, what was that one ability? It was like Soul Reaper or something. Kind of reminds me somewhat of that. When you suffer damaging effect equal 25% maximum health, you immediately cast Death Pact. So these are kind of like more defensives. Each rune spent reduces the magic damage you take by 2%, and each rune generates reduced physical damage. So this sounds better. Let's pick that one. Having the rune cost is definitely better. Reaper's Mark is a better version of Soul Reaper. Yeah, it's looking that way. Consuming Killing Machine or Rime has a 25% chance to increase the maximum stack of inactive Icy Talons by 1 up to 2 times. While Icy Talons is active, your runic power spending abilities also count as Shadow Frost damage. Frost Fever deals this damage in half duration. The second Scythe exterminates. I'm gonna try this one. Reduces the cooldowns of Lichborn and Raise Dead. When an enemy deals direct damage to your anti-magic shell, their casting speed is reduced. I feel like they're reducing cooldown to Lichborn seems pretty nice, so we'll pick that one. After Reaper's Mark explodes, your next Obliterate costs no rune and summons 2 scythes to strike your enemies. The first strike for 28,000 for Shadow Frost damage and 20% to apply Reaper's Mark. Alright. Well, we'll try this. I definitely wasn't really as impressed with this one, but... 15 stacks, 21 stacks. So you gotta get like 40 stacks before it explodes. Or it'll explode automatically. Yeah, this one's not as cool compared to Death Riders for sure. Alright, well, that's enough testing that one. Winner of DK is Riders of the Apocalypse for sure. For sure. Not sure which is better, Death Chargers or the permanent mount one, the combat one though. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. Oh, I'm stuck in combat because I was killing something. There we go. Warriors next. I can't show Rogue because the hero talents for those don't work yet, but Warriors does. Oops. I messed that up. Here with Blaze Storm, yep. So, they did change some of the talents around. Like some of the stuff down here has been kind of changed. Like you can see some of the talents on the left side is completely moved around. Also, apparently, you're gonna have to choose between Bladestorm or Odin's Fury, and it seems to be the obvious choice is to go Bladestorm because they built around their hero talents around Bladestorm. So Bladestorm is a new talent now for Fury. I'm glad they brought it back though, because it feels really weird not having Fury's Bladestorm. But we do have Bladestorm as Fury again. So that's nice. Let's go over Slayer first. So the first one, your attacks have a high chance to overwhelm your target's defenses and trigger Slayer Strike, dealing damage and applying marked for execution, increasing the damage they take for your next execute. So, more execute damage. Sudden death chance to reset the cooldown of execute makes it usable on any target regardless of the health increase. Using sudden death accelerates your next Bladestorm, striking additional time. So, Bladestorm will have extra damage. That'll be nice. Each strike of Bladestorm applies Overwhelm to all enemies affected, increasing the damage you deal to them. So, more damage. That'll be nice. Charge removes all movement impairing effects and grants you 70% movement speed by 3 seconds. Heroic Leap reduces the cooldown of Charge by 5 seconds, and Charge reduces the cooldown of Heroic Leap. So, this one, actually both of these are pretty good. So, it just depends. Do you want to remove all movement impairing effects, or do you want lower cooldown for Charge and Heroic Leap? That's an interesting choice. Guess it depends on what you want. I actually think both of these are pretty good. Relentless Pursuit might be better, though. So, Warrior will have more mobility. You heal for 50% of the damage dealt by sudden death. So, a self-heal. Fury gets more self-healing. Slayer strikes have a 50% chance to reset the cooldown of Bloodthirst and Overpower. That would be crazy with double leap as Fury. Oh, that's true. Cooldown of Bloodthirst and Overpower reduced by 10%. I feel like a reduced cooldown is probably better. Your auto attack speed increases by 2% every 3 seconds while you are in combat up to a max of 20%. Changing targets resets this effect. Execute increases your auto attack speed by 30% for 10 seconds. I feel like tunnel vision might be better here. Slay. March for execution increases the critical strike chance and critical strike damage of your next execute on target by 10%. Okay. Bloodthirst and Overpower have a chance to cause you to unleash brief empowered Bladestorm, striking all enemies around you for a chance of 250% additional damage. You can now use your Interrupt and Stormbolt while Bladestorming. Well, that's gonna be something. So now you can't even attack, like on live, you can pretty much just attack during Bladestorm. Now you can't. They can interrupt you. That's gonna be fun. So, you can interrupt and Stormbolt with Bladestorm now. That's gonna be something. Bloodthirst and Overpower damage increased. Okay. When you execute a target that you've marked for execution, you both reduce the cooldown of Bladestorm by 5 seconds. Okay, so lower cooldown of Bladestorm. Alright, let's try some of this. Yeah, you can pretty much Stormbolt while Bladestorm now. That is crazy. You can definitely notice some of the their rage nerf though, like you were saying, Ray Fox. I don't know. It won't even show the Bladestorm cooldown. I can't even use it again. It's weird. I use Bladestorm, but it's not showing the cooldown, and I don't know when I can use it. Oh, the quick Bladestorm. Well, Fury's looking pretty good. Thought we would feel it. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it for sure. Wish I knew how much longer I had on cooldown for Bladestorm, but it's not telling me. Well, either way, Slayer looks to be pretty decent. I feel like Slayer might be pretty good for PvP. Alright, let's try Mountain Thing next. I think this one's for Prot and Fury, right? Okay, so this one's based around Thunderclap. No, wait. Never mind, it's not. My bad. Damage dealing enemies with Thunderclap, Revenge, Raging Blow, or Execute has a 15% chance to also strike with a Lightning Bolt. Lightning strikes often occur more during Avatar. Okay. Storm Strike or Nature damage. Your abilities deal is increased by 5%. It ignores armor. Thundercup generates damage increased by 50% and generates 5 range. So basically this is going to be revolving around Thunderclap mostly. Lightning Strikes also deal 2000 increased damage. Shield Slam increased by 20%. Bloodthirst and Rampage deal increased. Okay. Shield Slam and Bloodthirst have a 20% chance to grant you Thunder Blast. Okay. Stormbolt also stuns 2 additional nearby enemies. So Stormbolt AoE. That's going to be fun. Intervening a target grants them a shield. So this will be to help your teammates. So, up to you on what you want to use for this one. Chance for lightning strikes to critically strike is increased by 5, and their critical strike damage is increased by 10%. And this lowers the cooldown of Ravager. Okay. Victory Rush heals you for another extra health. And Thunder Blast reduces damage you take by 4%. Yeah, AoE Stormbolt doesn't seem impressive because we have Shockwave. I agree with you. I wasn't really impressed with either of these. Your attacks trigger lightning strikes 15% more often. You know what? I think the damage increase is nice. Lightning strikes have a 20% chance to make your next shield slams or bloodthirst have no cooldown. Okay. Casting Avatar grants you 2 charges of Thunder Blast and resets the cooldown of Thunderclap. Well, alright. Let's try this. I think I have to spec into Thunderclap here, so yeah. Let's just get rid of one of these to try it out. So it changes then, okay. But you do have to spec into, it's looking like you have to spec into Thunderclap for this. Hey Gilgamesh, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not really as impressed with this one. I think Slayer's better for this one. This one seems better for like Prot. Change back to this. Can't wait for the hero talents for Shaman. Unfortunately, I haven't set up my Shaman yet. I think Shaman's only has 1 available right now too. They don't. Right now, Rogues only have 1 of their hero talents working, and Shaman only has 1 of their hero talents working as well. The only classes I haven't made yet are Demon Hunter, Shaman, Mage and Paladin. I haven't made those classes yet. I'll have to make those at some point. But I'm trying out as much classes as I can. All right, let's look at arms next. Thundercap is Fury. Yeah, I'm not big on it either. Alright. Well, we already know what Slayer is like, so I don't really need to go over that again. It's basically the exact same thing, so we don't need to look at Slayer again. So let's look at Colossus. Looks like they give us an ability. Yeah, a Slayer is definitely better than the other one for Fury. Alright, so this one is a channeled 45-second cooldown ability. Unleash a series of precise strikes. Deals damage within 8 yards. Reduce damage to all targets. While channeling Demolish, you take 10% less damage and are immune to stuns, knockbacks, and forced movement effects. You can block, parry, and dodge while using this ability. What the freaking heck, dude? That's nuts. Let me try this. So you can't move, and you can do that. So you can't even be stunned. Oh, that's so freaking nuts. Imagine trying to time that right, and you can completely avoid a stun. This actually might be better for arms than Slayer is anyways. Critical strike damage of your ability is increased, and the amount of damage blocked by your critical strikes, or your critical blocks, is increased by 10%. Colossal Might increases damage dealt by your next Demolish, and Moral Strike and Shield Slam grant a stack of Colossal Might. Okay. Shockwave Stun is increased by 2 seconds. Shockwave also knocks enemies into the air, and its cooldowns is reduced by 5 seconds. I feel like knocking enemies into the air might sound cooler. I would definitely pick that one. Colossus seems way better than Slayer. Not gonna lie, it really does. Shockwave, Cleave, and Whirlwind Revenge deal 5% more damage per target. Colossus Might increases the damage of your Rend and Deep Wounds. I feel like Ontario Bleeds here better. Colossal Might increases the damage of your Overpower and your Revenge by 5% per stack. Okay. Total damage prevented by Ignore Pain increased by 15%. Taking damage has a chance to give you second wind for 2 seconds. I feel like 2 seconds isn't really a long time. I feel like Ignore Pain would be better here. I mean, that's not really bad, but I feel like it depends on how much this would proc, though. But Ignore Pain seems to be a lot better. Mortal Strike increased. Has a chance to give you a Colossal Might. Okay. You deal 5% more damage and take 5% less damage. Size increased? How much bigger do you get? I do feel like I'm a lot bigger now. Let me check. Yeah, it did lower a little bit. That's so freaking random. Size increase. Alright. And last but not least, Colossal Might now stacks up to 10 times if you gain a stack of Colossal Might, and are at max stacks, the cooldown Demolish is reduced by 2 seconds. Enemies affected by Demolish take up to 10% more damage to you and deal from you and deal up to 10% less damage to you for 10 seconds based on Colossal Might. Huh. Well, okay, let's try this. So, damage dealt. Okay, so I just need to keep getting some stacks here. I got 5 stacks. I need to get in battle stacks too. I keep forgetting when I switch specs. 7 stacks. I'm gonna try using my I'm gonna try using demolish at 10 stacks and see what happens. Alright, let's try it. Dang, that actually did a lot of damage. I have a debuff that lowers my damage too. I'm not gonna lie, I think Colossus might be better than Slayer, for at least for arms. Slayer is better for Fury, and then Colossus is better for arms. $73k absorb for ignore pain. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind, Grey Fox. I have look at my. You can see on my top right of the screen where it says my hero talents have all been unlocked, and I have reduced damage and healing by 20%. So this damage is with a 20% lower debuff. So you could imagine if I had like no debuff on me, how much damage I'd be doing. Which is pretty crazy. Alright, let me try one more time with 10 stacks. $421k. Oh man, that's so freaking. That's pretty good. Warrior's looking pretty strong. Alright, I think that's it for Warrior. Alright, Rogues isn't available, so let's try, I guess Warlock's next. Yeah, who knows? I mean, there's gonna be a lot of changes in the future anyways. Alright, let's start with, I guess, Diabloist. Spending soul shards grants demonic ritual for 20 seconds. While demonic ritual is active, each soul shard spent reduces its duration by 1 second. When the ritual expires, you gain demonic art, causing your next soul shard spending ability to summon a Pit Lord, Mother Chaos, or Overlord. Okay, that unleashes a devastating attack. Enemies damaged by your Overlord have their souls cleaved and increase damage taken by you and your pets by 5% for 15 seconds. This seems more like a demo hero talent tree. So, but we'll see. Demonic Ritual increases the damage of your next soul shard spending ability by 100%. It reduces its cast time. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Mother of Chaos empowers your next Shadow Bolt or Incinerate to become an Inferno Bolt. And this bolt envelops infernal flames of the abyss, dealing fire damage to your enemy target and generating 3 soul shards. That's pretty good. You always gain the benefit of soul burn. So, when casting demonic circles. So, when I do this, I'm immune. Let me try this real quick. If it's like I think it is. So I drop a portal here. And then I use a portal, and it gives me soul burn automatically without having to use it. Oh, that's pretty freaking huge. Because you always had to use soul burn, and then do that to get the movement speed. That's pretty huge. So it's basically like giving you a free soul burn. That's actually pretty huge for PvP. And what's the other one? Howl Terror. No, I don't think anybody uses Howl Terror that much, so basically just use this. Does it use a shard? That's a good question. Nope, it doesn't. Basically, it's a free shard. Like, you don't even have to use a shard for now to use it now. Because every time I PvP on live, I use it so often, so you don't have to use a shard like you do on live. So that's pretty. That's a pretty huge buff. Because like, I would basically soul burn here, and then I can't use my thing right now, but that's a shard right there, and then you would get the same thing. So it's basically the same thing as live, just minus not using a shard for it. Does it work with gate 2? No, not that I saw. It just says you gain the benefit of soul burn when casting demonic portal and increasing your speed and making you immune to snares and roots. So no gateway. It's just the port. Alright, another portal, summon demonic tyrant and summon inferno, grants a ritual and reduce its duration. Okay. What's the other one? Your soul shards bending abilities decrease the duration of ritual by 1 additional seconds. And Inferno are active. Okay. Undying Resolve heals you for 30% of your maximum health over 10 seconds, so that would be a nice defensive. Okay. Undying Resolve grants you Soul Reach, equal to 10% of your maximum health. Increase the maximum absorb leech by 10%. I actually like the self-heal from this. I think that one's way better. That's still really good. Oh yeah, it's really good. Fire damage increased by 2%, and damage dealt by your demons increased by 2%. Okay. Cataclysm summons an Overfiend that casts Chaos Bolts 2 times at 80% effectiveness before departing. Okay. Enemies marked by your Havoc take 5% increased damage from your single target. So basically, if I put Havoc on somebody, I can do even more damage to them. That's going to be pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. And last but not least, summoning a Pit Lord causes your next hand of cooldown or Chaos Bolt to become Ruination. Which does an meteor, does AoE damage to people all over the place. Okay. So let me see if I can figure this out. So I spend shards, right? To summon a Pit Lord. Grants the following effect upon expiration. So if you spend a shard, you get a buff that comes over eventually and summons this. Okay. And if the more shards you spend, the faster the effect comes out. That's kind of cool. And then if I summon an Inferno, I get it. This seems definitely more built around demo than destruction, but I actually kind of like this. But the more shards you spend, the faster you can summon these things. So like, I immediately got my my pit lord on the next one here. 438k Inferno, or whatever when you summon the pit lord. That's nuts. All right, well, I gotta say I actually kind of like this Hero Talent Tree for Destro. I mean, it definitely feels more designed for demo, but I actually like this talent tree for destruction. Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. I actually like it. All right, let's try Hellcaller next. All right, this one replaces Immolate, and I guess it's basically just the same thing. It's just a different dot from what I see. Okay. Shadow damage increased by 2%. Fire damage increased. Standard damage thing. Spending soul shards further corrupts enemies affected by a wither, increases its stack count. Each time wither increases, it has a chance to become acute, dealing shadow damage to its host every second till 1 stack remains. Wither will always become acute after reaching 8 stacks or when its host reaches 20% health. Okay. Another standard damage increase. Okay. Curse of Weakness is empowered and transforms into Curse of Satire. Increases the time between an enemy's attacks by 20% and increases the casting time of all spells by 30% for 2 minutes. That actually sounds ridiculous. While Undying Resolve is active, enemies within 30 yards are affected by Curse of Tongues and Weakness at 100% effectiveness. Oh, this one sounds way better, I guess, so I'll probably go with that one. Weather deals 50% increased periodic damage, but its duration is 25% shorter. Okay. Weather damage increased by 20%. When Wither gains a stack from Blackened Soul, it has a chance to gain 1 more. I guess we can pick that one. This one sounds better. Dark Pact heals you while it's active? What the heck? I mean, 800 isn't really a lot, but still. Sacrifice 10% of your maximum health. Soul Reach now absorbs an additional 15% of your maximum health. Obviously, I think the Dark Pact one's probably better here. What the heck? Dark Pact can heal you. Weather damage increased by 25%. Weather is now a combo skill? Directly recasting Weather within 2 seconds applies Weather to another nearby enemy. Okay, interesting. Dark Pact heals nuts. It's probably gonna get tuned, but yeah, that sounds insane. Blackened Soul damage increased by 30%. Casting Weather directly or refreshing Weather with less than 4 seconds remaining causes Wither to gain 3 stacks. Okay. Wither deals damage 40% faster. Blackened Soul deals 2% increased damage per stack. Okay. Dark magic erupts from you and corrupts your soul for 20 seconds, causing enemies suffering from your Wither to take Shadow Flame damage, increasing its stack to 3. While corrupted, your active Withers are acute. Your haste is increased by 15%, and cast bolts generate 1 stack of Wither. Alright, let's try this one out. So, I guess I put Wither on this. Man, it's just an instant cast? What the heck? Immolate isn't even an instant cast. This one is. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure how you play this, if I'm being honest. So you put 4 stacks on that. Seems really weird. I'm not really entirely sure how you play this Hero Talent tree. But these are all like instant casts. So I can keep on spreading this thing. This is like literally instant casts. 9 stacks? That's actually nuts. Keep on spreading that. How much does the Dark Pact heal for? I'm gonna try that. Yeah, it's just 800. This one better for Affliction? Yeah, I think it's more based around Affliction. I actually really like the, I like Diabolist a lot better. I think Diabolist wins a lot better, for Destro. Okay. I have Affliction set up as well. Well, we already looked up Hellcover, so let's look up Soul Harvester next. Alright, a demonic entity now inhabits your soul, allowing you to detect if a soul shard has when it's generated. Empowers your next rapture, reducing its soul shard cost by 1, increasing its damage by 20%, and unleashing your demonic soul to deal an additional 22,000 shadow damage. Okay. Shadow Bolt Drain soul damage increased by 20%. Nightfall increases your damage of Shadow Bolt and Drain soul by additional 50%. Okay. Unleashing your demonic soul bestows a fiendish entity onto its soul of its targets, dealing 20,000 shadow damage over 10 seconds. Okay. Your demonic soul deals 100% increased damage to targets affected by your unstable affliction. Okay. You always gain the benefit of soul burn when consuming a healthstone. Wait, you always gain the benefit of soul burn when consuming a healthstone, increasing its healing by 30% and increasing your maximum health. So basically, this is the same thing as the portal, except it's for healthstones. And then Dark Pact just gives you more of a shield. I mean, I don't really see much of an issue for this free soul burn. I feel like you would want to pick a bigger shield. So I feel like the bigger shield's better. I mean, it's not really a big deal to spend shards for soul burn. So I feel like the big shield is better in the long run. When you kill a target, its tortured soul is flung to the nearby enemy. When you kill a target, you have a chance to gain a soul shard that is guaranteed to be succulent to the host. I feel like this one's probably better. Fell Domination's cooldown is reduced by 120 seconds. Isn't that the, yeah, I don't even use that. What's the other one? Burning Rush no longer deals damage to you and increases your movement speed by an additional 30%. It no longer has a cooldown. No way, it does have a cooldown. Burning Rush now has a 60-second cooldown and lasts 6 seconds. Honestly, both these options kind of suck, but okay. Damage dealt by your demonic soul is increased by 10%. Okay. Another damage increase. Okay. Corruption deals damage 25% faster, and Haunt grants Nightfall. Okay. Soul Rot grants Shadow of Death for 15 seconds while Shadow of Death is active. Casting Rapture always invokes your demonic soul. Okay. And then I guess we'll just look at some of this real quick. Didn't really feel like give anything too useful, but kind of just basically the same as it is a little bit on live. At least from what I see anyways. A lot of these have to work when your target dies too. I don't have any of that. Hopefully Affliction is better in the War Within. I mean, I feel like it's more or less the same. I already showed Hellcolor's Destro, so... I'm not really sure which one is better for Affliction. I wasn't really impressed with either of these. I feel like Hellcolor might be better. Well, that's going to be it for Warlock. Alright, I got one more class, because I haven't made the other classes yet, and then, well, we'll check that out right now. Obviously, I have to wait for Rogue, because it's not out yet, so... Up next is Priest. That's going to be the final one. Yep, first one we'll look up is Void Weaver, obviously, because I think that one's kind of going to be basically the clear winner. So, we'll look up Void Weaver first. Alright. Void Torrent tears open a rift that follows the enemy for 10 seconds. Enemy is caught in its path, suffer shadow damage. Alright. Rift slows enemies by up to 80%, increase the closer they are to its center. That sounds pretty good. Void Torrent can be used while moving. While Void is active, you move 20% faster. I think this one's a clear winner. I always love on the move casting. So this will be very huge. I definitely think this one's probably the go-to. Dark Energy. Void Torrent can be cast on the move. Void Blast. Rift upgrades Mind Blast into Void Blast when it's active. That's just changed into a different ability. Okay. Fabric Shadow and Fabric Touch and Shadow Word Pain deal 20% increased damage. Okay. Shadow Word Death consumes absorbed shields from your targets, dealing up to 300 extra damage to them and granting you 5 insanity if a shield was present. So if somebody has a shield, then I guess they do. You do more damage to them. Summoning and a rift grants you 1 charge of Mind Devourer. So this will be good against like paladins and stuff, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I can go with that one. Void Blast increases the duration of Rift by 1 second up to a maximum of 5 seconds. Okay. Shadow Word Death has a high chance to summon a Shadow Fiend for 5 seconds. Chance is increased against lower health targets. That sounds pretty nice. Transform your Shadow Fiend into a Void Wrath that casts Void Flay, dealing up to 50% additional damage, dealing more damage to higher health enemies. I want to try that one, see how that one works. While Rift is active, your shadow damage is increased by 10%. Okay. Void Blast generates 100% additional sanity. Okay. Every 2 seconds, siphon an equal amount equal to 3% of your health from a nearby ally if they're higher from you. So basically, you can take other people's health? Is that what I'm saying? Like, either... I might be reading that wrong, but is that how it works? That sounds pretty... Siphoning people's health? You absorb 3% of all magic damage taken. Absorbing shadow damage heals you for 100% healed. This seems pretty nice. Each time you cast a Devouring Plague, leech health from your own team. Yeah, that sounds so stupid. I can imagine people like trolling with that. Each time you cast Devouring Plague, Rift is expanded by 1 yard. After Rift's end, it collapses rapidly. Alright, let's try this. Oh, this is very interesting. I thought it was Did I have my Siphene out? Oh wait, never mind. It changes it. I forgot about that. So that's what it's like. I actually kind of did this. Void Reaver is definitely kind of fun. Okay, I guess I'm just happy I can cast on the move kind of again. Cast on the move with your Void Torrent and all that. It's not even really a long cooldown either. It's only like 30 seconds. Not bad. Let me do like one more. Actually, I should probably wait for Void Wrath to come back up too. Whatever. It actually looks freaking, like, really sick, though. I want to try out Void Wraith one more time. It's open, like, 30 seconds. Wanted by War with an Alpha Axis. The good news, Worth, is if you pre-order the next expansion, you'll at least get into beta. What's Shadow Priest rotation anyway? I haven't played my Priest since, like, Dragonflight Season 1, but it's mainly, if I remember right, just keep up the dots. And stuff. Like, I haven't played my Priest in a long time, so... But I imagine it's just, like, keep up the dots, Void Torrent when you can, because it's a big cooldown, and keep up Devouring Plague, Shadow Word Death when somebody's low. Something like that. I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm doing on Shadow Priest, because I haven't played it in so long, though. Alright. Attack Void Wraith. So it does 32k tick, 64k tick crit. Not bad. It's kind of cool. Can hit from range because Shadow Fiend attacks from like melee. Well, the Void Wraith does range, so that should be interesting. All right, the final one we'll check out is Archron. I don't think this will be as good as the Void Reaver Shadow, but we'll try this one real quick. When do you spike? When do you blast? I usually use it on procs, and then Mind Blast, you just use it when you got when it's up. At least for me, that's what I've been doing. Obviously, you got to keep your dots maintained at all times. See how I got a Mind Spike proc, and then just use it. That's what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm not a Shadow Priest expert, so. Oh wait, you can't even do Archron. It's not out yet, so I can't even look at it. It won't even. I didn't even know that. I thought you could do it, but apparently you can't look at Archron. It's not out yet. So only Void Reaver's out. Well, having tested out several different specs and classes today, here's what I think are the clear winners. I think DK and Devastation were the best ones that I tested today. The Devastation and Death Knights got the best hero talents by far. Ferals and Boomkins wasn't bad. Warriors was pretty decent. Shadow Priest is pretty decent. Hunters, not too bad. But yeah, I think the clear winners, pretty obvious. Devastation and DK's won it. Yeah, DK's and Evoker's won hero talents by far. It wasn't even close. The other ones are not even close to their level. How's Discipline? I don't have Discipline set up, unfortunately, and even if I did it, I would have zero clue what I would be doing, so I don't think I'm the best person to ask. And also, the hero talents for Discipline don't work right now, so I can't even test it out if I wanted to, unfortunately. Because this one shares with Discipline. So I can't try it. I know Elemental's missing some of their hero talents. Rogue's missing its hero talents. Priest is missing some hero talents. There's just so many hero talents that aren't working right now. Sentinel's pretty good. Yeah, Sentinel was pretty good. I want to get on my Death Knight actually I want to get on my Evoker one more time and try that out one more time. If it'll let me. I'm stuck on the loading screen. Oh no! Oh, there we go. I thought I got stuck for a second. Yeah, but yeah, controlling the deep breath with this is absolutely bonkers. I kind of wish you could you divide and conquer with this, but I guess it's bugged. Like, just controlling with your deep breath like that is so huge. Gotta do the 3 beams and airstrike. I can't believe that, like, the difference between hero talents between some of the, like, this stuff. Like, Evoker controlling deep breath that way, DK's mounting in combat and being able to kill stuff, like... Oh yeah, I guess I switched to a different build. Give me a second. You're gonna see like so many DKs in combat. That's just being able to freaking fight in combat is just so hilarious. And then free Manti-Agic shell from these guys. Divide and Conquer will be insane. Oh, 100% it will be. I wonder if you can move your deep breath like that, and I wonder if it distracts them from rogues with some interaction. Yeah, you can move deep breath. Like if you're spec'd into the hero talent tree and you use it, you can move your character around. Can you show some interaction with Affliction with the Wither and the permanent corruption talent? I can get on my Affliction real quick and try it. Alright, let me get all these talents real quick. Okay, and I have the permanent corruption talents. And yeah, these are pretty much just like all instant gas, just dot everything. And just keep on spreading those dots. I think this build, this talent tree, it works a lot better for Affliction than the other build did. You are correct, Pilot. That's exactly how it works. You are permanently mounted up in combat, and also to answer another question, if you spec the other talent that's in the choice nod with that, it's pretty much a pally mounted speed with freedom built into it. Have you tested Dark Ranger? I haven't. I don't have. I didn't set up Marksman Hunter in time. I mean, I can kind of like maybe put a few bars up on it, but I don't have my. I don't have my hunter. I don't have Marksman set up. So, Black Arrow is finally back. Okay, I actually kind of miss Black Arrow. Black Arrow is pretty cool. Aim shot, rapid fire increased each time. Oh wait, hold on, let me finish reading. This is my class unless Unholy DK stays as it is. It's super insane. Yeah, DKs are. I guarantee you, DK mains should be happy with their hero talents. Like they got the best out of almost all of them. Shadow Hands increase the Black Arrow damage. We apply Black Arrow, target grants you death blow effect. When Black Arrow resets the cooldown of ability gains 15 focus. When a target affected by Black Arrow dies, the cooldown of Black Arrow is reduced. I feel like that could be good in PvP depending on when you use it. So, but since you know what, I'm just gonna do with that one because just nobody's gonna die anywhere. You heal for 15% of all shadow damage dealt by you or your pets. Exhilaration grants you 3 seconds to survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest activates exhilaration at 50% effectiveness. That seems pretty huge. I don't get that. Disengage will chain the closest target to the ground, causing them to move 40% slower. So it's kind of a defensive. Yeah, rated Battlegrounds Affliction is probably better. It really depends because if stuff dies too fast, you won't really get your dots up in time. So it kind of depends. When True Shot is active, Black Arrow deals damage 50% faster. When multi-shot hits on the target affected by Black Arrow, it bursts of shadow damage affects to all nearby enemies. Basically an AoE. All shadow damage you deal and your pet's deal is increased by 10%. Kill shot had a 15% chance to generate a charge of aim shot when used on a target affected by a Black Arrow. Kind of like the kill shot one. When Black Arrow resets the cooldown of aim shot or barb shot. A barrage of dark arrows will strike your target. Shadow damage increases the damage of you and your pet deal by 10% for 6 seconds. Okay. Bro, I need to pick some talents because I can't change that. You know what? I'm just gonna freaking pick some random ones. There we go. Only just testing the hero talent tree anyways. So black arrow, and then just some procs, I guess. So it gave me some procs like that. I think Sentinel is definitely a lot cooler though. It is giving me procs though. Yeah, Sentinel seems a lot better. I mean, you get a bunch of aim shots back, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, at first, I mean, this is not really a bad one, but I definitely think Sentinel is a lot better when I tested it. And it's just giving us some Dread Stalkers. Hunter trees rework then? It's a good question. Maybe they'll do that sometime. Devastation is fun as well. Yeah, I said this before, but Devastation and DK's won the hero talent trees. They're the best ones. Let me try, like, I want to try Survival's Sentinel one more time. See, it just looks so much cooler. I just like the way it looks, and it just seems like it's a lot cooler. Waiting to be disappointed with Enhanced Stormbringer. Yeah, that's not even out yet either. I don't play enhancements, so can't really say much on that. But use Core Assault. All right. Yeah, this is definitely going to be my build for survival for sure. I think it's definitely better than the other one. I'm pretty happy with almost every hero talent tree that I've tried. I haven't been able to try them all, but I'm pretty happy with most all of them. Definitely using Sentinel for Marksman Survival myself. Yeah, I think that's going to be my go-to. I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I'm getting hungry and I want to go eat. So, and I don't really have any more classes that I have that can test because I haven't made them yet. So, next time I do Alpha, I'm going to have to create those other characters so I can test out those. But the other hero talents aren't available yet, so I'll get to them eventually. If you haven't seen Red Paladins, because I didn't test Red Paladins, Levelden has a video up on his channel if you want to check out Red Paladins. I'm sure he's working on that. But I'm pretty happy with most of the hero talents that I got to try today, so I'm happy with that. I'll have to definitely try more next time. If you missed Delves, I did try Delves earlier in the stream as well, in case you're interested in that. So I am going to be ending it here. Thank you guys for stopping by the stream. And I will see you guys for the next stream. Hopefully we'll get to test some more stuff, but I think it's going to have to wait until they unlock more next week. So, with that, I will see you guys later, and thank you guys for stopping by.